Hi, everyone. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Like Queen Lisa, and today is a happy Lunar New Year. We are raw food rebooting into the Lunar New Year, and I'm gonna have my friend Amy Weir with us right after this. We've got some questions for her. She's got some great information for us. And last week we met. If you guys haven't watched the episode from last week, go back and watch the one from Monday of last week. And she gave a lot of tips about how to prep for the raw food reboot. It's 21 days long and we're doing it together. There's a link to the Telegram group for support, recipes. I got some great ideas, some that I'm going to start. I'm going to do a special shot for Westwood and I this Friday that I'll tell you guys about later. So join us, give us a like, and share this video. I'll be back with Amy right after this. Welcome back to the show, Amy. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Is your fridge stocked? Are you ready to go?
Yep, it is. It's really stocked up and yeah.
Very colorful.
Yes, very colorful. Got to eat the rainbow.
Yeah. That seems to be a trend in the raw food community about eating the rainbow.
Yep.
About getting it's not just about denying yourself, but making sure you're getting all the nutrition from all
Variety.
because there's so many different minerals in all these different vegetables that we've been missing from not having gardens in our yards anymore and not having orchards in our families. So it's been interesting. So we all were planning on starting at 12:00:01. So 1 second after midnight this past in Saturday's evening, overnight, Sunday, the very first moment of Sunday morning. And that was to give everybody the full 21 days, then to be able to have some flexibility because a lot of people, it's in America. So everybody, it's all about football, bread and circus around here, know, which I thought was very considerate of you to help people stay compliant. These recipes are amazing. Like I was watching a video about learning more about raw food options and all this. And, Cannon got really excited looking at the banana ice cream kind of options. Apparently a frozen banana can turn anything into ice cream.
Yep, that's it. It's very true. It's called, I think they call it nice cream.
Nice cream. Yes. Yeah. So I want to make sure I'm catching on reading the comments. We've got several of our friends, our community members that are participating in the raw food reboot with us in the Telegram group. I've seen people post comments and chats, and I've been keeping it pretty clean and easy. I'm not a big lover of fruits, especially.
Yeah,
so
same.
I'm limited on my texture is a big thing for me. So like I don't mind a banana, I don't mind an apple, but you get down to hairy fruits with seeds and stuff, I'm just kind of out on all that. So pushing myself, challenging myself to try new things. I think when we get to the smoothie week, I'll be a little more brave in that area.
Yeah. You can always try to strain out the seeds. It's a little cumbersome, but you can also avoid using, the fruits that have the big seeds in them, like the berries and stuff, even though those are the ones that are lowering the glycemic index than any of the other fruits. So.
Okay, that was one of my questions for you was avoiding sugar spikes, or is this different than having regular sugar because it's natural? Does your body accept it better, or will you still have those sugar spikes if you have a lot of fruit?
Yeah, you will. You'll definitely have a sugar spike, but it just doesn't. It processes different in your body. Fruit sugars from natural sugars kind of gives your pancreas. I believe it was the pancreas. It gives your pancreas a break from having to work overtime when it's trying to process the sugar cane like the table sugar and
Okay.
all the other processed sugars that are out there. So it assimilates easier in your body, but you'll have that little, ooh, I feel great, and then
Yeah.
it just won't be such a bad crash though too. So
Okay. And they were talking about, well, if you do feel that, maybe try eating it with some
mhm.
vegetables at the
Yep.
same time to help extend that time of processing the food in your body.
Yeah. Yeah. When I start doing the smoothies, I use very little fruit. I'm mostly like cucumber, parsley type stuff, like real green greens. So, because of the fiber in there helps also. But then when you get to the juice week, that's when you eliminate the fiber. So,
Yes, yes. So Bix is joining us in the chat and he's bringing up, put some raw walnuts in your zucchini pasta. It tastes like a meat sauce. I saw your zucchini pasta with
Mhm.
the raw marinara. It looked delicious.
It is. Yeah.
Um, and my question was about the raw walnuts. And I
Mhm.
think we touched on this last week, but I wanted to kind of
Yeah.
go over it again. I had some people saying that maybe eating raw nuts was dangerous, but
Mhm.
there's different ways to do it. There are different kinds, sprouted or something, and then you can also soak them or treat them.
Yep. Mhm. Yeah.
So, can you tell
So
us more about that?
raw nuts contain an anti-nutrient that keeps them from sprouting in like containers and stuff. So once they hit the ground and they get wet, they start soaking in all that water and then they begin to sprout and those anti-nutrients come out of the nut. So when you're soaking your nuts in water for whatever period of time you need to, you're removing those anti-nutrients and you're kind of telling the seed, hey, it's time to sprout. It's time you're going to start growing. So it becomes more nutrient dense at the same time. But it does take a lot of raw, unsoaked nuts for you to really feel the effects of the anti-nutrients that are in them.
Okay.
So if, don't feel guilty if you're grabbing a handful of nuts every now and then.
Okay.
But if it's a steady thing over like a week period of time where you're just gorging on
That's
nuts,
your meal. Yeah.
I would I
That's
would
a
be
problem.
yeah, I'd be really worried.
Yeah. That's not a
So,
raw food reboot if that's your meal.
yeah.
I also watched a lady, she was making salad dressings out of tahini, but
Mhm,
she, talked about this where you could get sprouted tahini,
mhm,
to make which is a sesame seed,
mhm.
which is the base of hummus, which I
Yep.
always thought it was chickpeas.
Oh,
Is
well,
that all
chickpeas
the same?
is no, it is. Chickpeas is the base of hummus. It's just tahini is what kinda gives it that flavor of hummus.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I was so confused. I was like, they're just way more than we're so used to buying things
Yep.
already at least partially prepared or, served to us or whatever, and so I was like, I thought hummus was made from chickpeas, now all of a sudden they're telling me it's sesame seeds and,
It's a
um,
combination of the 2.
yeah.
Actually, on the website, you'll find on week 1 and maybe even on week 2, I'm not sure if I posted on week 2, but week 1 for sure, there's a zucchini hummus because garbanzo beans in the can are not raw, and it's really hard to get it takes a very long time to soak the garbanzo beans if you want to get them sprouted. So that's why they cook them because it's just a faster process.
Okay. I was
And,
trying to find
not that that's totally bad, they're still nutritious, they're still really wonderful, but they're not considered raw, and so,
okay.
when I was looking around, because 'cause I'm a huge hummus eater, I love eating hummus.
Mhm.
Just actually made myself a batch yesterday, and I made, some kale chips that I'm really looking forward to
Oh,
diving
I love
into.
kale chips. I forgot about kale chips.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That's another great solution for
Yeah,
me. Okay.
they're kind of expensive, but dehydrators are really key for raw food eaters, like those who are devout. It's basically the way that they cook their food is in a dehydrator. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Because
because you can
it's
control
not
the
supposed to
temperature
get
of
up
yeah.
to 185, is that right?
It's debatable. Some people
Okay.
say 108, some people say 118.
Oh, wow.
So, it's just really who you talk to and what you wanna believe. So I
Okay.
usually keep mine around 112. So, yeah, so on week 1, I know everything kind of pops open into its own window.
Mhm.
Um, there's the zucchini hummus recipe. It's made with raw zucchini, and you can peel the zucchini or you can leave them whole. I like peeling them because it keeps the hummus from turning green. And yeah, it's a really good little snack.
I'll have to find it on here. You've got so many good things. Oh, here it is,
Mhm.
zucchini hummus. That looks delicious.
Yeah, you'll have to,
What
you have to flip screens if you want to show it.
Oh, thank you very much. I didn't realize it folds
Yeah, they all the links pop into different windows.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it just doesn't
Um,
really.
so this one goes 8 servings, great for week 1 and week 2. Yeah, this would be a great solution for me.
Mhm.
Um,
Just in
this
week 2, you can't eat it with any crudité or chips or crackers or anything
mhm.
because those are whole.
But this would be something I could take to school this week.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can I would, I think I may have actually put yeah, the clove of garlic, sometimes raw garlic doesn't sit well, with a lot of people. I know that Vix is real sensitive to it too, so,
Mm,
you can even half the garlic, you don't even have to put it in there. The tahini is what's important
yes,
and
yes.
what makes it taste like hummus.
Okay.
Mhm,
So that's what gives it the flavor.
mhm, and I like a lot of lemon juice, so I actually do more than 3 tablespoons.
Well, that's where you can get to know, yeah, what's
Yeah.
good for your
Yeah,
family
you just
and
play around with it. I mean, they're all suggestions, so and with the ground cumin or any other ground spices, I love Indian food, and so I'll put garam masala in mine, maybe even like a tandoori mix or something. So, chaat
yeah,
masala is actually one of my favorite spices. But
very
yeah,
nice.
you can get crazy with it. Oh, nice job, Chris. I love the avocado pudding. I actually have some dates soaking right now.
Yeah, so Chris Card said he made the raw chocolate avocado pudding, which is this, which
Oh,
looks amazing,
it's so good. It is so, so good.
with the raw cocoa powder, raw honey, sea salt, ripe avocado, soaking water, and organic dates. Cut it and put it in half. Um, and the blender is really important, apparently.
Mhm.
That's the other
Yeah.
thing. Everybody's video, they talk about a blender.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it is. You don't have to get, like, the high-end blenders as long as it if you can just run it on high, you're gonna get a good consistency, especially
Good
after
to
soaking everything. So,
know. Good to
yeah.
know. So, um, what was the
I did
other?
add I think I added just last night, yeah, up on top, I added a cardamom, cashew chia pudding, and I made that last night for this morning's breakfast, and it was really good.
Yum.
Yeah, it was really good, and it's really super easy to make, and, I do know that, somebody on Telegram had asked about pre-soaking the chia seeds before adding them to a recipe, and it's honestly, it's not necessary to pre-soak chia seeds because they become super gelatinous almost within 3 minutes of hitting water. So, I honestly wouldn't pre-soak chia seeds
Okay.
to
So
put in.
different seeds and nuts have different time,
Oh, yeah.
things that they need to be
Mhm.
soaking or not.
Yeah.
We just need to look into.
Walnuts and almonds are the longest. Cashews don't really take a long time to soak. Pistachios can take a while. Macadamia nuts can take a while too. So, but there's a chart somewhere on the website. I don't really remember where I put it. That explains. And then also I posted the chart on the Telegram group too. So
Oh,
and
good.
Telegram's really fun. I really enjoy using that to stay in touch with people. So
Yeah, and that's in the description of this
mhm.
video if you're watching it on YouTube. If not, come over to YouTube and find it, and you will
Cool.
um, definitely check that out. There was, let's see, the science, pre-boot, post-boot, few of my favorite things. Oh, the
Resources.
FAQs, yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna hit some of these because I thought this was a great, page for people to kinda go to, especially at the beginning if this is your first time
Mhm.
looking into it. This Andy scores and why they're important. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, if you wanna click the link. And then you might have to open up the page. There we go. The Andy scores show you what it says right there. It's just the rating of the nutrition density of the food that you're eating. And if you scroll down, I think there might be the chart.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you can download a PDF right here. I thought that would be helpful for like shopping and
Oh,
if
yeah.
people are looking at different needs they have for their own, nutrition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know a lot of people ask about protein. And it's just honestly, it's just debatable. But this isn't a program to help like bodybuilders. It's just a reset. It's if you were thinking that you're gonna like start this new exercise program at the same time as the reboot, you're probably gonna just end up like racking yourself out.
Yeah, probably not a good idea. But
No.
more about kind of giving you a fresh start for the new year is what I
Yeah.
was thinking of, kind of
Yeah.
almost a
Mhm.
cleanse, I guess,
Yeah,
kind of.
it's basically just cleaning your system out and making your body remember what it's like to eat fresh, whole, raw foods. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Share this tab instead. Am I sharing it though? No. So then on this day, we talked about, let's see, you have a lot of like really great sciencey information,
Mhm.
more information people can look into health concerns.
Mhm.
I think that's a great thing to look at too. If you have any health concerns about different foods you might be eating or not eating, or
Mhm.
things that might give you a benefit, that's a great website to look at.
I love
Um,
that info. Mhm.
yeah. I think we covered the alcohol and the coffee and caffeine
Mhm.
and all that last time.
Yeah.
And that's to stay away from all that as much as we can because we're trying to do like a real reset. Like we said, I should have brought the little bottle in here. I replaced my like evening cocktail with
Yeah.
the herbs with a drink. It's called Calm, I think, and it has GABAs and magnesium and
Mhm.
something else that I can't pronounce. I don't know. It was supposed to
Yeah.
help you have like a good night's sleep, kind of thing. Um,
Yeah, the magnesium's definitely gonna help. The GABA is awesome.
yeah. So I
But
thought
it
about,
is just keep in mind though that it is a processed thing, and it's up to the user to or the participant as to whether or not they wanna take supplements like that, and
oh,
it's
sure.
it's totally fine. I'm not gonna, say, "You can't take that."
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not that militant.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking about like replacing one habit with another
Yes. It's
to have
and
success,
that's a great one to bring on.
yeah, because if you're used to something, then it's a good idea to
Mhm.
kind of replace it with something else. So,
Yeah, for sure.
um, and then we talked about the protein thing, lots of
Mhm.
benefits of eating raw, um,
Mhm.
juicy mistakes. Almond milk, I had a question for you about the almond milk. Do you need to look for sprouted almond milk or is all almond milk okay? Like
Just
as we're
read the
going into
label.
smoothie
No,
week?
anything that you find in the store, or at least I've looked, all the almond milks that I find, they usually have, like, additives to them to keep
Okay.
them shelf stable. Making almond milk at home is gonna be the best way to go.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause um yeah, I've not found a company that can make almond milk without having something added to it, like, Carrageenan is a big one that they seem to add. So,
And those are chemicals or
mm,
product stabilizers, I don't know, whatever.
yeah. I don't
Okay.
know the whole ins and outs of the Carrageenan thing, but I know that most people, when you like, in the health food industry, they're like, "Stay away."
Okay.
I'm like,
Interesting.
"Okay."
Well, good to know
Yeah,
to look out for.
but
So
it's, I mean, almond milk takes a little longer to make because you do have to strain it once it's been soaked, and you wanna take the soaking water and separate it from the almonds. But if you make cashew milk, It's a lot easier because you don't have to strain it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the nut breaks down pretty well in the blender, and then you
Is
don't have
it the same basic process though?
yeah, you
Same,
just soak it.
soak it
Cashews
and
don't take much longer to I mean, they don't take as long to soak as almonds, and, yeah, and then you don't have to strain it. So
okay.
and, yeah, and some people I know that they usually put, like, salt in the soaking water, and I think I mentioned that too, and it just helps. It helps break
Mhm.
the nuts down a little bit.
This one even recommends some vanilla extract. Mm,
Yeah, you can do that, but honestly, I love throwing, dates into the mix. They're
okay.
to me, they're sweet enough, and they add a better flavor than vanilla extract, which is usually made with alcohol.
Yeah. Mhm.
Don't
Yeah.
wanna add that,
Okay. Well, good to know. Good to know.
but you can. I'm not gonna tell you not to.
Ah. Oh, the celery juice. Everybody's really excited about the celery juice.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to make my own because I went to buy it and it was very expensive.
Celery juice was expensive?
Yeah, like
Oh,
one little jar in the of course, I was at, like, the bougie
oh,
grocery store and all that, but
yeah.
I was like and it was, like, all the handmade juices,
Oh
all this.
gosh,
Just, like, one little thing was $7, and I was like,
that's ridiculous.
"For
For 7
one."
bucks, you can buy yourself, like, 12 12 things of celery.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, "That's, like surely something can easier can be done than that." So,
Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna look into it, but
Yeah, it's actually you can make celery juice the same way that you make, almond milk, is just put it in a blender and whiz it up, but you'll need, what's called a nut milk bag to strain it. It's a lot easier if you have the nut milk bags because you can squeeze them versus trying to push it through a sieve.
okay.
You can squeeze everything out of the bag, and then you can wash the bag and reuse it, so
Okay, cool. And then they have recipes on here. Oh gosh, these are not just celery recipes. These are other recipes. Okay, never mind.
the juice
We'll
it
stay
place?
away from that. Yeah, we'll just stay with the celery juice tab. That's fine. That went into like a whole nother thing.
Mm,
This week we can still have raw
sashimi.
protein or
Mm.
yeah. So we could have salmon or tuna.
As long as
Um,
it's cold smoked, if you click on well, that one yeah, that one explains this smoked salmon cooked or raw. There are different, processes to, smoking salmon.
okay.
So,
Is
yeah, just be
salmon
careful.
smoked, cooked raw? Interesting. Okay. I didn't even think about this.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So this is like putting it in the fish in the lime, cooks it, but it's
Yes,
still raw.
which is a lot better than just, it still has all the enzymes on there, it's just breaking it down a little bit with the lime juice. So, yeah,
Okay.
you can have ceviches. Yeah, we used to, when we were living in Oakland, there was a Peruvian restaurant that we would go to, and, it's called Pucchio's, and they had, I would say about a dozen different ceviches, sorry, on their, menu, and we'd always go and, like, gorge out on the first
Oh,
week.
wow. That was like your big treat.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
and I'm sure it's probably tomorrow, I'm sure Bix is gonna want sushi.
that'll be his big thing.
Yeah.
Here it explains, it says cold smoking does not cook the flesh, coagulate the proteins, inactivate food spoilage enzymes, or eliminate the food pathogens.
Mhm.
Hence, refrigerated storage is necessary. Okay. So I guess it's the big thing is that it doesn't get rid of the enzymes.
Yes.
So that's what we're really looking for is having those food enzymes do the
Yeah.
work in our body. So
Clint.
that's good stuff.
Clint says he's doing a shot of vanilla extract.
Oh Lord, not yet.
Aw.
He's like, wait, it's allowed. There's the
No,
cheat.
no.
No, actually, what he's gonna do shots of, I saw on the Telegram group, and I sent him pictures of it.
Mhm.
Um, is and I can't remember who posted it.
Oh, is it the apple ginger shot?
Yes,
Mhm.
it looked so good. It was like fresh apple juice,
Yeah.
that they had pressed. Almost,
Mhm.
it looked like a cider almost, but then the one guy, he said that he uses like half of a ginger, uh,
Yes.
to 1 or 2 apples or something and makes it real warm, makes it real
Yeah.
kinda spicy.
Yeah.
Um, and I thought, "Man, that would be awesome, um, like a cider almost, I guess." That's
Mhm.
what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
apple cider.
Yeah,
That was Gary, if Gary on
okay.
television.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, that kinda stuff, oh my god, I remember the first time I juiced an apple, and it was, like, magical. It really was, just taking that first sip of your freshly pressed apple.
Your own juice. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were at, a local restaurant here, and, there's a girl in the corner, and she's got this big juicer machine. She's just, like, going to town on these oranges, just
Yeah.
and I was like, "At a burger joint, they make their own orange juice?" She goes, "Oh, yeah. We have to make all our own." The owner was really hardcore about, like, all the grapefruit, all the orange juice,
That's
all the stuff
awesome.
was, like, hand pressed.
That is
So,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they pour alcohol in it and make
Yeah.
wonderful drinks for everyone.
One of our favorite restaurants in Oak or bar in Oakland is called Van Cleef's, and they're known for their greyhounds, and they've got, like, barrels of grapefruits, and because that's all they use. That's like everyone goes to Van Cleef's for the greyhounds because of the fresh pressed grapefruit.
Oh, I love
So,
it. I
yeah, I
never
understand.
That's funny. Chris Card asks, "Is there raw alcohol?" I don't believe so because the fermentation process is what.
Yeah. No, it's not that there's actually I don't know. I mean,
Wouldn't that be a cook, or would that be like a ceviche kind of cooking? Maybe does that qualify?
no, I've actually never looked into whether or not there's raw alcohol. It's just alcohol in general is not good for your body. I mean, we all know it's a poison, so come on.
It's a depressant. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't press anything to make alcohol. I mean, you could ferment fruit, I guess, and make your
Yeah.
own, like, hooch if you want.
That is what wine is, so,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, exactly.
You
Yeah,
can
I
have
mean,
wine, you can
maybe
have
there's some raw
if you
wines.
do it without cooking, I guess. So if you have
Yeah, as long as you let it sit there if you want to.
now you're really like, "You guys, you're making me stretch my morals on this thing," like,
No, no, it's just there's just no alcohol whatsoever
yeah.
allowed right now. Alcohol, period.
Our crew, we've gotta push the boundaries on this.
Yes, I know, and
Ah,
I love it, I appreciate it. Actually, I love the questions because it makes me learn more too. It's like, "Oh, shit, I never even thought about that." So,
yeah, yeah.
mhm.
Well, we're on week 1.
Yeah.
The milk stuff was a question for me. I don't like milk, but
Mhm,
when we were going into week 2 and thinking about making smoothies and stuff, I was
mhm.
wondering what we were gonna cut it with.
Yeah,
Your Yeah, your zucchini, with the raw tomato that you had made Bix for dinner the other night looked great. I've been just doing, like, really simple, salad,
salads.
apple,
Mhm,
handful of nuts if I was craving something, but
mhm. That's good. That's
that
perfect.
just kind of was it for
Mhm.
me. Um, I did like this idea about, like, if you get tired of thinking about your eating
Yep.
a salad, put
Mhm.
it in a wrap
Yeah.
because it feels more like you're eating a
Yep,
sandwich.
exactly. I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, "God, I," because I love, like, just being able to eat with my hands, like, not
Mhm.
with forks and spoons and stuff, so, yeah, I love wraps. I really do. They're my
Yeah.
fave.
On this tabbouleh, I did not know that tabbouleh was raw.
It's hemp. It's not,
Okay, it's a
you're not
different.
making it with the grain that's typically in tabbouleh. You're
Okay.
making it with the hemp seeds. So, yeah, you can get away with the hemp seeds, and they kind of replace the grain. I can't remember the grain that's in tabbouleh now. Ugh,
I used to know. I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe somebody in the chat will know.
it's a little tiny. If anyone knows, go ahead and comment on that.
It's like cracked wheat, isn't it?
Something like that. Yeah. I think, man, I'm blanking out.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll
Raw
let
foods
somebody
and stuff.
from
Yeah.
our rescue in the chat with that.
But yeah, so it's the hemp seeds that replace the grain that's normally in tabbouleh. And I love tabbouleh because I there's something about parsley too that I love. I love juicing it. I love putting it in my smoothies.
My
So
husband's a big parsley fan now. He's been cooking a lot lately, and
oh good.
yeah, except he loves all this stuff with like half a stick of butter and cream, and I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
It's
it's
delicious,
delicious, but it's not good for
yeah,
you.
but not good for
Yeah.
you. This one looked great, I thought.
Really
Um,
easy. And then honestly, you really do have to try the landlocked ceviche.
the
It's
lilac
yeah,
ceviche.
I'm actually thinking of making that for dinner tonight. So yeah.
That does look good. Very satisfying, I would think,
Oh, it
with
is.
all
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Cauliflower, tomatoes, red
Mhm.
onion, jalapeno, salt, lime juice, cilantro, avocado, black pepper.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm
How
getting
long does that have to sit? At least an hour?
for at least an hour. Yeah, because the lime acts just like it does on the cauliflower as it does on fish. It kind of breaks it down a little bit. And then it just kind of makes all the flavors come together.
Looks delicious.
Yeah.
Pico de Gallo, you can pretty much get away with, right? That's all raw,
Yep.
everything in there. Because I thought about that. I was like, oh, I could put that on a salad with
Yep.
um, just to change up my salad. So I had like a little
Mhm.
different flavored salad.
Yeah, you can salads are awesome. I mean, there's been many nights where that's all I would ever have is just a huge salad, but I would find everything that I had in the fridge and just
And just put
pile
it
it
in.
on. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
get crazy, get creative. Think, you can add sunflower seeds to it for some crunch. It's like what Bix was saying with the walnuts and the pasta. Walnuts act like a meat in most foods,
Okay.
raw food dishes. Yeah. So
Okay.
I was like stroke of genius last night when he chopped up his walnuts and he threw them in. They were really delicious. They really were. They added like such an amazing texture to it as well. So yeah.
That's
Oh, I
good to
don't know
know.
if I updated the website though. I should. I think I did. Maybe
Make a little star
yeah.
on that
Please
little
suggest.
suggestions. Yeah. You can add this to it on the
Yeah.
noodles.
Yeah, and if people are starting to feel like woozy or because I know that it's usually like the third day that's usually kind of the hardest day to get through
Mm.
on all the weeks. But just remember that it's not, you're not restricted by how the amount of food that you eat. I know somebody was saying that they feel like they're just grazing throughout the day, and it's like if
That's
that's if
fine.
that's what's gonna get you by, that's totally fine, as long as it's raw, whole foods and not potato chips and junk. So,
Yeah. Yeah. 0 calories, 0 nutrition, lots
yeah.
of calories. Yeah.
Mhm.
And Westwood has a great point. He says, I love big salads. It takes long enough to eat them that your brain knows you're full before you're done.
Yes.
Salads that grow in your bowl. You're like, I swear I ate half of it.
Yeah, it just kinda keeps coming up.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, love that. I love that.
Yeah.
The same
Yeah.
way. And I don't put it on a plate. Mine are definitely in a big bowl.
That way you can get it in there, mix them all around. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I think it's a fun journey. It's something I'm definitely learning a lot about
Good,
myself, challenging myself,
good.
trying new things, but also educating myself about food. Like I said, I had no
Mhm.
idea the tahini and the hummus and the separate things because we are so served in this environment.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
hopefully we'll get everybody some more great information. Once again, you guys, the link to Amy's website is in this description. Also, if you will go to Telegram, if you're not already on the private Telegram for the Raw Food Reboot,
Mhm.
you can privately DM her and she'll add you to the Raw Food Reboot.
Yep.
Or if you're having any trouble, go to Team Mighty Telegram and reach out and we'll get you guys connected. But
Yeah, I'm on
it's
there
been
too.
Yeah, it's been really, really great, and lots of great communication from the community there. People
Yes.
putting pictures of what they're eating, and that's encouraging too, as like somebody made, just seeing somebody else's yummy smoothie or salad or idea for something is kind of like, oh, well, I'll have that tomorrow.
I can do
So I can do
that.
that. Yeah. Well,
Exactly. Yep.
yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. It's the year of the rabbit. It's
Yep.
the perfect year to do this.
That's what we're eating, rabbit food.
We can all turn into little bunnies and hopefully see each other soon. So, Amy,
Yeah.
I appreciate you leading us on all this. It's been,
Oh, it's my pleasure. It really is. It's my absolute pleasure. It's very exciting for me when people discover it for the first time, and then it's even better when people keep coming back. So,
well, we will keep the comments coming. You guys make comments in the, if you're watching this after the live, please put some comments in there of if you have recipes, if you have ideas, if you have questions for Amy, and I'll check back on those
mhm.
for next week when we come back too, so that I can
Yeah.
continue that discussion and make sure we get everybody's questions answered. But thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.